our previous episode, we were visiting the old Rep in Birmingham, and today we're visiting its sister venue a mile away in Brindleyplace. The company of this theatre has recently celebrated its centenary and is a founding member of the Little Theatre Guild of Great Britain. Welcome to the Crescent Theatre.
One of Birmingham's oldest theatre companies, dating back to December 1923, the company began as the Municipal Players, a group of City Council employees who entertained their colleagues. Originally open to workers in the council house, they quickly expanded to involve anyone who worked at the council in some capacity and presented their plays in the canteen. With their popularity and ambitions growing, by 1926 the company were on the search for a permanent theatre space, and in 1931 an opportunity arose with help from the council with the lease of 17, 18 and 19 the Crescent, Birmingham. Together with Baskerville Hall, the spaces were converted with sometimes bare hands and was able to open in April 1932. During the Second World War, the theatre became Birmingham's garrison theatre solely for the entertainment of troops and auxiliary services. In 1946, a movement was formed to bring together all the national amateur dramatic organisations who owned or leased their theatres. The brainchild of founding member and first Crescent chairman Norman Leaker, this movement led to the formation of the Little Theatre Guild of Great Britain. Things were looking up for the theatre in the 40s and 50s, with a new theatre school and youth theatre, as well as acquiring an adjoining building with the plans for expansion. However, the Crescent was dealt a blow from the council, who'd given the theatre company notice to quit, as the building and the land was needed for redevelopment. The council did offer the Crescent a new site on Cumberland Street, which opened in October 1964, which included a revolutionary design of a revolving stage and auditorium. The Crescent was now a vibrant arts venue in the heart of Birmingham, with a flourishing youth theatre and an enviable reputation of innovative artistry. In the late 1980s, though, history was set to repeat itself, as the council disposed of the ground leased to developers and the theatre's 1960s architecture didn't fit in with the new prestigious scheme. After long and delicate negotiations, Brindleyplace plc agreed to finance a new building on a canal side site fronting onto Sheepcote Street. Their artistic policy over the years and throughout their history has continued to thrive into the 21st century, proudly awarded Best Theatre Company at the We Are Creative Awards 2025. For our price comparison, ice creams are provided by Marshfield Farm and cost £3. Ticket prices vary on productions and start from £10. The main house has a maximum capacity of 340, which includes 2 wheelchair spaces. The stage area is approximately 14 metres by 10 metres, with a proscenium arch opening of 10 metres by 4.5 metres. The front row is removable, which can allow the apron, the part of the stage in front of the proscenium arch, to be lifted in order to provide a larger playing space. And although there's no revolving auditorium like in the Crescent's second theatre, the first 4 rows can be moved onto the stage, with the whole floor section also being able to be lifted up, reconfiguring the auditorium into the round. There's a large scene dock and 2 Juliet balconies that overlook the auditorium. There are 26 counterweight flying bars which span the width of the stage. And I was able to get exclusive up-close access to the top of the fly tower. The Crescent has a second performance space, the Barber Studio, a versatile black box studio with a wraparound gallery and 2-storey height. The performance space is named after the former Crescent chairman. The space can be adapted for various audience and performance configurations. From end-on to thrust, In the Round to Avenue, there's a maximum capacity of 120. As well as the two main spaces, there are a number of rooms and performance spaces throughout the Crescent which can all be hired out. Underground is a new intimate black box studio space which can accommodate 40 audience members. And the Lowrie Bar, with views of the canal, can accommodate 70 audience members. Meeting rooms at the Crescent, which can accommodate up to 50 people, can also be hired out. Head over to the link in the description for full information about hiring spaces. There are 5 dressing rooms backstage, 3 dedicated to the main house, 1 dedicated to the Barber Studio, and 1 available to either. Equalling a total capacity of 120, 2 of the dressing rooms have ensuite toilets and showers. Additional spaces can also be made available as dressing rooms, offering space for an additional 60 people. The Crescent has one of the biggest wardrobe stores in Birmingham. With an impressive collection of costumes down multiple aisles, this area provides excellent sound dampening. And is the perfect location for the recording of the Crescent's podcast, Amateur, a Matter of Life and Death. The podcast goes behind the scenes and explores the dedicated work at the theatre. The podcast is available on all streaming platforms. The sister venues of the Crescent and the Old Rep are a vital and important part of Birmingham's theatrical scene. It's worth visiting and taking in the history of these 2 institutions of the West Midlands.
Thank you for joining me on this tour of the Crescent Theatre. If you're ever in Birmingham, make sure you come on down, see a show and support your local theatre. My huge thanks to all the team for showing me around today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe as we get to explore more theatres around the UK. And my next question to you is, which theatre should I visit next? Let me know in the comments below. I'm David Burchhardt and I'll see you on the next stage.